Hey, good morning, everyone. Um, I just realized I haven't posted our race update from last weekend. Um, it's been extremely busy this week. Besides being hot as heck, um, since basically all of us work outside, I don't think we've got much shop work done. I know Dad literally he says no one's coming to the shop Wednesday. I know that. So I'm actually heading there. It's Friday, of course. um, I took the day off, and I'm actually gonna be heading to the shop here real soon to size up some tires, and I got to rebuild some clutches for GSR that we're racing on Wednesday. So, but a quick update. Um, so Friday night, Rice Lake, the final points night there. Uh, was a good night. Had its ups and downs, but it was still actually a relatively good night for us. Um, Corey won his heat race, had a good battle with Davin, and won his heat race, and that put him on the outside pole. He didn't get something happened on the start. He didn't get the greatest start. Kind of got laid back and was actually catching Matt Troush in the feature, and he popped a disc. There's always a disc that sticks out farther than the rest of them, especially that corner. And he hit it pretty good, and he's going down the backstretch after he hit it, and the motor started popping. Of course, right away he thought maybe he popped the spark plug, so he's reaching behind trying to push it down, and he says it wasn't going anywhere. And after about a lap and a half, it finally came back to life. And unfortunately, when that happened, he had dropped back to sixth. So of course he was second, trying to get the lead, and fell back to sixth. And due to that, we lost the championship. The championship is all on me. Everyone tells me not to worry about it, but it's all on me because we had like a, I don't know, 10, 15 point lead, something like that. Up till that week, we got DQ'd for being an eighth inch too small in tires, which was on me because I never checked them after a couple months of racing. Um, so let's see here who won the championship. Davin got first, so congratulations to him. Steve Stevels got second, Corey got third, and I believe Dad was fourth. And then Dad, he finished fourth in that race, if I recall. We tried something different with him. Actually, something we kind of learned with Corey's prep racing this year, because honestly, a lot of our focus has been going into that. And Dad would get a nasty hop, and one of the things we realized is with how the track is being prepped this year that Jake is prepping it, it has a lot more grip in it, and it was causing us a hop. So I had to change how I was putting the weight on the go-kart, and so that helped. That took away the hop feeling he was getting. But Corey then on the other side was, I didn't change it on his, and I could see he literally was like a late model. He was riding on the right rear. So what we're learning is, of course, our prep game, our non-prep game can't work on a prep high grip track. It just doesn't work, which makes sense. It was something we had learned last year at the Pumpkin. So, see, I believe Dad got first or second in his heat race. Of course, the Predator, let's see, we ran a different tire combination with him. Good and bad. I believe he finished second in his Predator heat, and he finished third, I believe, in the Predator feature. So, I'm not sure where I sit on the tire thing yet. I'm running the tires I run at MTS that night, and I wish I had the tire in between, but I just can't right now justify spending $150 on, well, probably more than that, a couple $100 for basically one more weekend of racing. So we'll have to kind of figure out what tire program we want to go with him for the Pumpkin going into the end of the year. And let's see here. Autumn did fantastic. So in the Predator class, she actually did not finish last. They had 10 of them. She battled for ninth, 10th, actually went for 8th at one point. Um, this time last year, she was getting lapped one or two times in a race. And now she's to the point she actually is being competitive, which is just amazing. Corey's put a lot of focus into her program this year, and it's definitely shown. Um, so yeah, with that, and then Ryan got some Waller power, and I think Ryan was a little skeptical. I don't think he thought, I spent that kind of money. I don't think I'm gonna feel a difference, but sure as shit, he felt the difference. So he's got a good power plant under him. Of course, he made a chassis change and thought the track would go one way with the change, and it didn't work. And that's how you learn. I do the same thing. So let's see here. Now we move to Saturday. See, Autumn, I think, was the highlight, I guess you could say, again, of our race night. She led her first heat for a while, and then I think she finished fifth. Second race, I don't remember, honestly. Fourth, I think. And then the feature, Corey and her talked, and we did some chassis changes, and she finished third out of six. Just got to tweak on that chassis just a little more, but her driving line was amazing. She did really good, and it sure showed. She turned some heads again, and that's awesome. Corey, let's see here. He did, I don't remember, first or second in his heats. Same with the old man. And then it came down to the top four, actually. So Matt Troush, Adam Stevens, Corey Wolf, and then, of course, old man White Wolf. They top four took off, freight trained. And track was tough. It was not as slippery as I would like it to be, but they were nose to tail. Corey actually got under Dad at one point, but they caught a slower cart, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna pile drive him. Holy cow, but he kind of moved Dad up the track as he was trying to pass him, and then that kind of killed his momentum. They had another time, actually, when second place tried to go for first. But then couldn't get it done. It kind of backed up Dad and Corey. So Corey got fourth, Dad got third, but he got the championship. Corey did at MTS for the second year in a row. Old man took second. So congratulations to those boys on doing that. And then Leona, she did fantastic. I say that all the time, but her and I had a little talk as we're getting her in the go-kart. Mama had to remind me to use language that is a little easier for her. But she listened to Dad, and she wasn't afraid, I guess you could say. She said she couldn't trust the cart, and I said, trust the cart. Just hold it to the floor. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And that little girl, if you want to count where she finished, she started 8th, and then there was a restart. And how they line them up is basically first come, first serve. And she started the lead, and she finished 4th. And she did fantastic. Couldn't be more proud of her. So, the question is what we're doing next year. So, and then as you see in the photos too, Mama came with us. My mom came with us. To Rice Lake for a second time this year. And she doesn't get to come to the races like she used to. She plays grandma and allows my wife and I to be able to do what we're doing, and it's an unspoken thank you. But a lot of you guys don't know how involved she was back in the day. Back when we were all 3 kids racing go-karts, but then that even translated to when I ran my stock car. I mean, hell, I bought her a mudder for Christmas. That was more of a joke, but she was a mudder. She cleaned the mud off of my stock car. So it was really cool to have Dad be able to race race in front of her, and of course they got to enjoy the night together, as you saw, and she got to learn how to use the cart lift and a bunch of stuff that she doesn't do anymore. Like she says, a lot of the stuff she did has been now handed off to the wives of all of us, and of course that's all thank you. So it's an unspoken thank you again. So it truly is a family deal for us, and yeah. So one thing, like with Corey's thing, we stayed actually 2 hours after the races, maybe a little longer than that. So we changed fuel pump, fuel filter, fuel lines, spark plug, and quite honestly, we're not 100% sure what it was, but we're going to lean on lack of maintenance because I preach it a lot, but this year we honestly have not been good at it. And Corey told me that fuel pump was from last year. That spark plug hasn't been changed all year. Stuff we usually do on like a 3-4 race basis, except for a fuel pump. So we fired a cart up at 1:30 in the morning, where we loaded up and headed out of there, and the cart ran good. And of course, it ran good on Saturday. So yeah. So that was again, we're not 100% sure what it was, but we're leaning on all that stuff. So that is a quick race update. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much for you guys. So I am now going to get dressed, head to the shop, and I am going to start working on stuff to get ready for GSR for Wednesday night. So hope you enjoyed. And I guess, yeah, I could have wrote this, but it takes me about an hour to do my write-ups. And quite honestly, I've just got done doing housework, and I need to get going and do stuff. So, all right, thanks for watching, and we'll see everyone on the flip side. Bye-bye.